Day before we start our summer cheese here in the Bay Area. This is exciting times for us because this is our chance to. This is a period of time where we put everything down and let go of everything during this cultivation time. So then many of you are able to join us here full time, so please keep that in mind. That is, put down, let go, okay? And those of you who are able to join us part-time or part-time basis, maybe tune in during the lecture or the Dharma talks, or maybe even like recite with us online and so forth. It's the time period where I don't think it's clearly explained enough for you. It's a time for us to put everything down while we're cultivating. That's what it's about. Put down your afflictions, put down your worries temporarily, and you have plenty of time to get back to it later. All right? So together, as a community, we are putting our efforts diligently in learning to let go, okay, during the cultivation time, okay? So you don't necessarily have to do it full-time, but if you can join us part-time, that works as well. Of course, with full-time, it's much easier for you to make progress. All right, anyone has any questions, comments? No? Yes, too.
Master, so I have this problem. I think a lot of people have the problem nowadays that I would just compulsively scrolling my phone or computer and just consuming stuff on internet. It's kind of like addiction. So, Master, do you have any suggestion on how to overcome that?
What is the problem again?
It's compulsively scrolling the phone on like reading news or reading social media, or reading Reddit, whatever. It's like
throwing the phone?
Scrolling the phone, just keep checking on the phone, checking different websites.
Oh, scrolling the
phone. Yeah.
Scrolling, I see. I thought I heard throwing the phone. I said, what's the matter? Buy another one. Scrolling the phone, yes. I don't know. I don't have that problem. I only have that problem when I meditate. Anyone else? I'm afraid that during meditation I'll be missing out on important news. Anyone has that problems? And when you scroll your phones, what are you scrolling? Is it news and any particular kinds of news that you're scrolling, or is this?
Things like news, Reddit, social media. I think it's not really about the content. It's just about getting some kind of like, I think they have done research on that. It's kind of like a dopamine hit whenever you scroll you get some kind of updates. It just give your brain a little bit of a stimulation. It's really not about what I'm checking, because I will always find something I can check.
And then what do you get out of it? Just checking for the sake of checking, or you must get some kind of benefit out of it? For most people, for example, when they check the news, it's about maybe they're worried about their investments, They're worried about their jobs. They're looking for the current political situation and so forth. There must be something that's driving you to do that.
There's that consumption of the content, but I feel deep down there's something about getting updated. But I feel deep down it's kind of like I just like that distraction. Like I just want to. It's some kind of avoidance of what I need to do or trying to distract myself.
Okay. This JC question there has an answer, comment, or is it a new issue?
This is question not related.
Master, it's an unrelated question.
I'm sorry?
It's an unrelated question.
Unrelated question. Okay. I don't think I'm buying the fact that you just consumption information. There's something that's compulsive about you that makes you use your phone. Because to me, you're feeding information to your brains because your brain is active. You have a hard time putting your mind to rest. You need to think, you need to process. Okay? And therefore, I don't know you're aware of it. The reason you're processing is because you have an interest. Some kind of interest that's driving you. Not simply processing alone is not enough. Okay? Because we live in a times where there are a lot of information, where information is power for us. We need information to make decisions. And therefore it's normal to look for information, but yeah.
So I found myself sometimes I will be done with all the possible venues of information. I checked them all, so I kind of ran out of websites to check, and I was still trying to find some other new website to check. So it's about that.
Yes, it's
act.
like maybe like watching a movie. First you sign up with Netflix, and then you sign up with HBO Max, and then you sign up with I don't know what else, Hulu. I sign up Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, and so forth. Okay, because you pretty much run out of things that interest you.
Actually, it's interesting that I think I'm not the only person, but watching a movie becomes actually very difficult now because it's too long. Like our attention span is so short. I haven't been watching a movie for a long time.
I see. Okay. The point being though, when you watch movies, there's different kind of mindset. When you watch movie, actually it relaxes you. Okay. It distracts you from your worries, brings you to a different world. Whereas, but actually, my point of what I'm getting at is because that state of mind where you actually are distracted and you stop your worries temporarily, okay? It's a conditioning of your mind that once you get into that state, you run out of things that help you relax. So you add subscription to it. So it's the same process where you watch the news and then you check your phone for this piece of information, you check, and pretty soon they run out of things to check, so you start looking for other things because it's the same state of mind. Same exact thing. Okay? One is to watching movies relaxes you, the other one is actually keeps your mind alert and active. And that's what you're used to. This is what ordinary people like to do. They like to keep their mind active. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? It's called living. Whether you're watching a movie or you're checking your phone for messages whatever. Okay, that's part of life. There's nothing wrong with it. What you need to learn to do is self-discipline. Okay, that is when it's time for you. For example, you put aside a time during the day, like I just talked about during the Chanchi here, where he said, for an hour per day, I will recite the Buddha's name for the next week. And I will tune in and recite the Buddha's name with them. So that is the commitment to put everything aside and just do that one thing only. And that is called cultivation. Okay? Whereas the rest of the time, you feel you want to consume this, consume that, big deal. If you can do that, you can say, I have the self-discipline to be able to tune out everything and only recite the Buddha's name for an hour for the next 7 days, or after that, meditate for 1 or 2 hours online with them and so forth, then it's a kind of self-discipline that you all need to develop, where you are learning to prioritize that and put everything aside so that your mind goes into a different state where you stop processing. And that's part of this exercise of the qis. Okay? Other than that, if you feel like you're checking things, that's what your mind needs to do when you are doing your daily life. It's okay to me. And if you're able to do that, you develop this ability to put everything aside during this period, like a qi, fo qi, chan qi, and so forth. That is a skill you develop that I call self-discipline, where you stop your thinking mind for that duration. Okay? If you are able to develop that kind of skill set, that kind of commitment, then it's very easy for you to do it outside of the qis period, where you say, okay, I can check my phone from 8 to 10, but from 10 to 11, I will not check the phone. So that's how you solve that problem. You have the best of both worlds. You are checking your phone, you're scrolling your phone because it's information you need. You may not want to spit it out, but you're doing it because I know you're smart enough, you don't waste time. You're doing it because it's beneficial to you. But you learn to moderate, develop the skill to moderate so that you can only allow to do it for a certain time period during the day. That's all there is to it. So to me, it's very specific. I'm very deliberate. I do this because I know very clear in my mind. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm very rushed. I'm very pressed for time. So when I do things, I'm very clear in my head before I do it. Say, this is what I'm going to do for this duration. Okay? That's self-discipline. It's just common sense. All right? I don't see any problems with it. Just you need all of you. This applies to all of you. It's perfectly okay to do live your normal life, whatever you like to do, whatever you enjoy doing, what you normally do. There's nothing wrong with it. But part of this Chan training or the Qi training is that you learn to put aside things and don't listen to yourself anymore. You say, okay, this is what I commit to do. Not simply indulge in what I want to do, what interests me. All right? And that's balance. And that's what you need in your daily life. Ordinary people, they don't have such discipline, self-discipline. If you're an investment banker, your boss runs your life forever. Okay? If you're married to Jumi, she runs your life forever. That's how it is. JC.
아미타불 마스터, 지난 겨울 선칠 때부터 가슴이 많이 답답하고 심장도 많이 뛰고.
Amitabha Master, starting from last winter Chanchi, my heart started to race a lot, beat a lot.
가슴이 많이 답답하고 해서 제가 빈혈이 워낙 심해서 빈혈로 인한 증상이라고 의심이 됐었고요. 혼자서 명상하면서 이겨내 보려고 그동안 버텼었는데 증상이 나아지지 않고 계속 숨도 더 차고 해서 최근에 검사를 받았습니다.
So I have anemia, so my hearts feel very stuffed, so I'm always out of breath. So I tried to overcome with meditation, but it was not getting better, so I got examined.
그래서 혈액 검사를 받았는데 혈액 검사 결과에서 헤모글로빈 수치, 철분 수치가 정상의 한 55% 정도로 나왔었고요. 그래서 굉장히 쇼크를 받았습니다.
So I got a blood tested, and my hemoglobin level is only 55% of normal people.
그래서 이제 어제 사실은 이것저것 치료법을 알아보다가 이게 참여할 게 있는데 너무 급해서 제가 너무 힘이 들어가지고 갈비살을 먹었습니다.
So I have to repent about one thing. I was looking for a cure yesterday, and I was so frustrated, so I had some kalbi, which is a meat, Korean style meat.
그리고 오늘 아침에 이렇게 명상을 하다 보니 전과 다르게 명상에 집중하기가 너무너무 힘들었습니다.
And today I started meditation, and I realized that not like the regular days of mine, I found it so hard to concentrate on meditating.
제가 빈혈이 고등학교 때부터 있었는데 혼자서 좀 개선을 해보려고 지금까지 노력을 해왔지만 그게 너무 어려웠고 그래서 이제 빈혈 주사를 맞으려고 계획을 하고 있으나 명상을 할 때 이렇게 체력적으로 제가 받쳐주지 않아서 이게 큰 장애인 것 같아서 마스터께 상담을 받아보고 싶습니다.
So I have anemia starting from my high school, and there's no improvement until now. I tried to cure it, but not anything has improved yet. And I'm thinking about getting some shots for anemia. And I also have a obstruction about meditating because my physical strengths are not there. So I was wondering for your opinions.
Is this the same issue we discussed earlier earlier in the afternoon? Same person?
Yes.
Okay, you can talk to her then.
Okay.
Okay, thank you everyone. Anyone else? Okay, now we go into the, yes, go ahead. Yipan.
Hi, Master. I have a question that currently I have an exam and I want to do some cheat. Mean that if I fail in this exam, I will maybe in the job or in the daily working, I have get some problems. So I want to know whether I need to cheat.
You need to prepare for your exam. That takes precedence over the qi. The qi is a luxury. You have responsibilities. You have to make sure you all fulfill your responsibilities to yourself and your family, and to your jobs. And then once those are fulfilled, then you can cultivate, okay? Because you are lay people, you're different from us. For us, we put cultivation before everything else, but for you, you need to take your daily life and your normal life and your worldly commitment, family commitment first, okay? Professional commitment first. Is that what the question is about?
Sorry, I'm not very clear about your meaning. Maybe I need to translate it to.
Maybe you should use translation. It's easier.
好的，那我改中文，就是我觉得我这个考试还挺重要的，但是时间比较短，可能没有特别多的时间去准备。我现在想到了一个
So I have this test.
讨巧的办法，但是我不知道是不是应该用它。
你的意思是说，是不是作弊吧？
对。
Cheat, yeah. His question is that he has this exam that is important for his job, that he thought about an idea to pass the exam, basically has to cheat. So can he cheat to pass this exam? Because it's important to him and then it's going to happen in a short time.
That's a good one. I don't know. I can't publicly tell you to cheat. It's not cool. It's a personal judgment. Don't get a blessing from me to cheat, to steal, and so forth. Okay? If you want an something official from me, I say don't do it. Okay? But realistically, it's a personal choice. Okay? I cannot be righteous and tell you don't kill, don't steal, and so forth. You know, there are times where, for example, where we need to do things because we need to do things. Okay? We're not above it. Sometimes, for example, I can think of a case, for example, my daughter is hungry and I cannot afford to buy her a hamburger or buy her anything because I'm poor. So I go by and I happen to find a fruit. It's on the stand, no one's looking. I'm not above grabbing it. I'm going to tell you personally. Because to me, I'm prepared to commit offenses in order to feed my daughter. If it comes down to it, okay, I'll probably do it. Let me add the word probably. Okay? So we all have, that's part of cultivation, by the way. We all have to make choices. Okay? Very simple. Something, for example, for me is different from you. Okay, so we all have to make personal choices. For example, I have problem with mosquitoes. Okay? So, for example, I have mosquitoes in my temples. And let me tell you, if any of you mosquitoes come to my temple, I will kill you. Okay? Because I have a choice. Meaning that I kill mosquitoes because it's my responsibility to protect the people who come to my temple. Okay, so I feel very strongly about it. I don't want them to be infected by mosquitoes if I'm aware of it, who might be carrying some kind of disease and so forth, dengue fever, whatever, okay? I would not hesitate to kill mosquitoes. That's a fact. I'm warning all of you mosquitoes, okay? But I am able to do that because I can make up for it. Okay? Meaning that in my personal case, when I kill a mosquito, I end their lives, I make an enemy, but all at the same time, I can give them some rebirth blessings to help them maybe get out of their state of being mosquito. So each case is different. Buddhism is not rigid, in my opinion. Okay? And that is what wisdom is about. So if you look at my case, for example, I call it expedient. But if you look at from Hinayana monk perspective, they say that is killing, you're breaking precepts. Yes, I'm breaking precepts. But in Mahayana, we call it expedient. Okay? So each case is different. Okay? And it's a matter of personal choice again. So I can't tell you. I cannot officially tell you it's okay. I cannot officially condone you. It's okay for you to cheat, to steal. Okay? You have to decide for yourself. Okay, okay?
我是担心，如果我作弊的话，会有更大的惩罚。
So I'm worried if I cheat on the exam, there will be a bigger consequence, a bigger punishment.
What bigger punishment?
什么样的惩罚？
是我不知道的，就是我在想，因为都讲因果，那我如果种下了这个因，就会有另外一个果。那这个果，因为我作弊了，那我这个果会不会有一个在某一个地方，它会回报给我？
So my thinking is that we talk about cause and effect.
Yes.
That I don't know if I planted this cause, would there be a bad consequence somewhere, bad karmic coming back somewhere else? I don't know what it will be.
Again, he's forcing me into telling me yes or no. Again, you have to understand the meaning of my answer. My answer is yes. There's always plus and minuses in everything you do. Okay? When you cheat, for example, if you do something wrong, there's some consequences. So the Buddhism teaches you, yes, be aware of those consequences. Okay? And when the consequences come, you have to be prepared to pay. All right? Or, in Buddhism, we also say, okay, so we commit offenses and then we repent. So that's why it's a gray zone there. Okay? Ultimately, you have to look at yourself. Why am I doing this? What kind of person am I? And that's the most important thing. You have to live with that decision. You have to live with that karma you're doing. Okay? That's what it's about. We create karmas, whether good or bad. We need to be cognizant of that and be prepared to pay the consequences. Or if we know it's wrong, whatever, then we should repent and we should do things to make up for it. Okay? But Buddhism is not meant for you to be black or white. It's not always the case. Okay? And therefore, I cannot advise you either way. It's a personal choice. Okay? And you cannot live your life saying, okay, I did something wrong. It's so Chinese. You guys are so brainwashed and they say, I create offenses, therefore, oh my God, oh my God. Buddhism and Buddhist teaching is that be aware you're creating offenses, be aware there's some consequences, okay, coming, and that's what you have to face. That's all. Okay? There's no one answer for everyone. All right? I hope it helps. Okay, thank you. Yes, Jumi.
들리세요?
Oh, he's still not done yet? Hang on.
네.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
Master，我的问题我大概知道，其实我就是觉得我现在如果不作弊的话，我要承受现在的这个惩罚，然后如果我作弊的话，后面会有一个惩罚，那就是都有我现在想到的，它是两个惩罚，要不就我的状态里面会觉得它是一个都是不好的，不管作弊或者不作弊，它都是不好的，这是其实是让我纠结的地方。我在想它的内在是不是有一些魔障？其实会不会说，不管我做什么，它都是我命运的一部分，它是一个安排，然后我是应该顺从这个安排，而不需要对抗。其实我有这种思考。
No, it's not like that. That's too much thinking. Okay? You can only make decisions based on what you know. Don't have to say, what if something else I cannot see? And then that's not part of what you use to make decisions. That's all. That's how it is. You cannot say, I want to see everything. There's no such a thing. We make decisions in life based on the best available knowledge. That's all we have. Everyone, not just you. So don't live your life in fear like that. Maybe I'm like a demon thing. If it's a demon thing, so be it. But we try our best. That's all we have. Don't fret over, make sure that you are doing with the proper way and so forth. We try our best. That's all we have. That's my Chinese teacher said. Try your best. That's all you got. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Master. Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome. Next.
들리세요? 맞서 제가 두 가지 문제가 있어요. 일단 첫 번째는, 제가 다른 사람들이 저한테 했던 행동을 절대 잊지 못하는 거예요. 물론 이제 좋은 거는 저한테 잘해준 것도 잊지 않죠. 근데 저한테 잘못 행동한 거, 그걸 절대 잊지 못하는 문제가 있고, 일단 한번 끊을게요. 두 번째가 있는데, 일단 한번 끊을게요, 스님.
So, Master, I have two problems. First one is I cannot never forget that someone has done wrong thing to me. Also, the good thing is I never forget if they treat me very well. But the main point is I cannot forget when people do me wrong.
그다음에 이제 두 번째는 제가 우연히 이제 친구랑 좀 여유 있는 시간을 보내다가 새롭게 알게 된 부분인데 제가 사람을 저랑 친한 친구가 제가 사람을 굉장히 무시한다는 거예요. 근데 저는 사실 몰랐거든요. 한번 끊을게요.
So second is I was having a really good relaxing time with my friend. Actually, it's a new friend. And this good friend of mine told me that I really ignore people. And I really didn't know.
근데 저는 사람 무시한 그러니까 저는 사람 무시한다는 생각을 못했고, 근데 첫 번째 제 문제로 말씀드렸던 것처럼 저한테 했던 행동대로 그대로 거울처럼 돌려졌다고 생각을 했거든요. 네, 근데 이제 친구가 그것도 제 친한 친구가 같이 심리학을 하는 친구인데 제가 사람 무시하는 경향이 있다고 얘기를 해줘서 제가 일단 첫째 이제 친구가 사례를 얘기해줬어요. 이제 석사 과정이나 여러 가지 일을 같이 하면서 이제 이러이러한 걸 보고 제가 사람 무시한다라는 걸 느꼈다라는 이제 구체적인 사례를 얘기를 들었고요. 네.
So I never thought that I really look down on people, but I just thought that I give them back like a mirror, like what they have done to me. I just give them back. And I was very shocked that a good close friend of mine who also studied psychology with me has said that to me. So she even gave me examples. So first example was during the master's degree course that we were working together. She gave some examples that I really ignore people.
그래서 일단 첫째, 제가 뭐 인식하지 못했더라도 또 좀 돌아보니까 무시했던 적이 있었던 거더라고요. 그리고 당신들이 나한테 행동을 잘못했기 때문에 내가 좀 정당한 경우도 있었던 것 같아요.
So looking back, I realized that I really did ignore people. I was unconscious about it, and I just thought that you were wrong. So I felt I was justified.
그래서 일단 선치를 불치를 하기 전에 마스터께서 저한테 참회를 알려주셔서 제가 다른 사람 무시했던 거 그리고 받은 만큼 돌려줬을 뿐이다 정당화했던 거를 일단 참회하고 싶고
So before Chanchi and Fochi, Master, you told us to teach us how to repent. So I want to repent about ignoring, looking down on people, and feeling justified to give them back some things that I think is wrong.
그리고 이제 제가 앞서 처음에 말씀드렸던 것처럼 절대 이게 기억력이 쓸데없이 좋은 다른 사람이 했던 행동을 절대 잊지 못하는 거. 물론 이제 좋은 거는 기억해서 계속 은혜를 갚는 건 좋지만 잘못 행동했던 걸 가지고 계속 기억이 나고 용서가 안 되는 거는 제가 좀 문제가 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 이 부분을 어떻게 첫 번째 문제를 어떻게 고칠 수 있으면 되는지 일단 첫 번째 참회를 했고 이 첫 번째 말씀드렸던 제 문제를 어떻게 고칠 수 있는지 질문드립니다.
So I have such a good memory, so I keep remembering and I cannot forgive people. So how can I fix this? I have repented and I want to know how to fix it.
It's not going to be easy for you. The reason that you cannot forgive people is because of your manic ghost. You blame someone, when they're wrong. So you judge them, you blame someone, and you cannot forgive because of the nature of your mental challenge. Okay, it's not just not forgiving, but also even before that, you tend to blame people. You tend to see people, when people are wrong, you blame them, you judge them. Okay, so that's what happens more. And then, in some cases where they actually hurt you, then it compounds your problem, and therefore you cannot forgive. That's a manic thing. I have the same problem, by the way. So I speak from experience. Okay. So now you're aware of it. You can choose. You can choose to let go, or you can choose to continue to be afflicted. When you don't forgive people, you're afflicted. Guess who pays?
그러니까 저도 사실 이제 이 질문 드리게 됐던 게 이제 다른 사람이 잘못 행동한 거는 저는 정말 관심은 없는데 다른 사람이 잘못 행동한 게 제가 피해를 구체적으로 입었을 때만 저는 관심이 있거든요. 왜냐하면 이거는 제 절도 아니고 제 집이 아니잖아요.
Yeah, so I asked because I'm not interested if people are wrong, but I'm interested when they damage me.
그러니까 일단 뭐 다른 사람이 잘못 행동한 걸로 제가 번뇌롭진 않고 제가 피해를 입었을 때 제가 좀 번뇌가 있었던 거였고 말씀드린 대로 네, 제가 좀 일단은 제가 내려놔야 편한 것 같아요.
So I'm not interested when they're wrong, but when the actual damage is done to me, that's when I get afflicted. When they're wrong, I'm not afflicted, but as you told me, yeah, I think I have to let it go in order to relax myself.
그래서 현재 제가 또 좀 인스트럭션도 점검받고 싶었던 게 현재 제가 지금 하고 있는 게 그레이트 컴패션 만트라 21도가 다즈토를 40분 하고 있고 새벽 리앱을 인스트럭션을 하고 있어요. 근데 좀 전에 제가 말씀드렸고 제가 인지했던 제 문제에 대해서 이런 것들을 계속 쭉 하면 되는지 뭔가 바꿔야 될 수행이 있는지 그걸 또 질문 드리게 됐네요.
And I want to check your instructions about my cultivation. So I'm doing 21 times Great Compassion Mantra and 1 hour Dajuto and also morning ceremony. And in order to change this problem of mine, do I have to change my cultivation way or anything I can do?
What's your
네,
question?
그러니까 마스터께서 제가 데비주를 못 외우는 게 자비심과 친절이 없어서 데비주를 못 외운다고 말씀한 적이 있어서 제가 좀 인스트럭션을 체크하게 됐어요.
So I wanted to check your instruction because you told me that I cannot memorize Great Compassion Mantra because I lack compassion.
So what's the question again?
So she wants to know that she's doing like Great Compassion Mantra 21 times, also Dajuto and morning ceremony, and she wants to know, is this okay to in order to change herself and cure her problems? Like
Yeah.
what? Yeah?
Absolutely. The more you recite the Great Compassion Mantra, the more chances you have to develop great compassion. So it's a good thing. Keep reciting.
마스터 근데 데비주가 너무 하기 싫어.
Master, but I don't want to do Great Compassion Mantra too much. I don't want to do it.
지금 4년 동안 겨우 외웠어.
I memorized it within like 4 years.
Okay. Well, you have to do things you don't like very much. Like you like, if you allow yourself to drink, to enjoy yourself, then you also should force yourself to do things you don't like. That's called balance. Okay, you keep on reciting. You keep on reciting. Even when you don't like it, that's when you'll be able to develop yourself. If everything we tell you to do, you agree with, and you enjoy it, and then it's not called cultivation. Cultivation, we tell you things that you don't like to do sometimes, so that eventually you develop the skills to like to do it. Not so.
마스터 하나 마지막으로 질문이 있는데 제가 절하는 것도 되게 싫거든요. 근데 이게 저의 약간 오만함, 그다음에 이렇게 매닉 이거를 좀 다스리는데 절하는 것도 도움이 될까요? 절도 너무 싫거든요.
Master, I have one last question.
Of course.
Also, I hate bowing too. Will this cure my arrogance and manic side?
Probably not. I hate bowing too. And unlike you, I'm old enough that I can give up. I have no more hope to become enlightened. But you are still young. Therefore, you should continue to bow.
Okay, Master.
Okay, I'm sorry I cannot make you happy today. Okay, anyone else? Okay, very good. Okay,
Dạ con kính bạch sư phụ, con Tu Hồng nhờ sư phụ cho con hỏi câu sư phụ.
okay, one question from Vietnamese lady, yes.
Dạ, A Di Đà Phật, kính bạch sư phụ, cái việc nhịn ăn á, thì hôm trước con nhịn 3 ngày, rồi mới đầu tiên thì 3 ngày thì cũng trải nghiệm, rồi xong rồi sau lại là con nhịn 5 ngày mà con thấy khỏe lắm, mà con hỏi con xin thầy Hiền chỉ cho con nhịn thêm, mà thầy Hiền chỉ nói là con tu tại gia cho nên không có được nhịn nhiều, nhịn nhiều không có ai bảo hộ cho. Cái con nói con còn khỏe lắm, cho con thêm đi, mà thầy chỉ nói là 5 ngày thôi, mà bữa đó là 5 ngày rồi mà con thấy còn khỏe, con muốn thêm. Nhưng mà nói là nếu như vậy thì phải thưa sư phụ đi, cho sư phụ đồng ý thì sư phụ bảo hộ cho cô. Bạch sư phụ cho phép con nhịn thêm lên được, là con niệm sư phụ á, để con nhịn thêm lên được không sư phụ?
Amitabha Master. So back in the day, I was able to fast for 3 days, and then I continued to fast for 5 days, and I still feel very healthy. So then I asked Master Z if I can have permission to fast more, and Master Z responded, tell me that you are a lay person. You should not fast more because nobody can protect you. So, but then she said that she was very healthy. She wanted to fast more. So then Master Z say, if you want to do so, then you should consult with Master and ask for permission for you to fast more, so that he can give you the protection. So Master, I would like to ask if I can continue to fast and also recite your name so that I can be able to have my protection to continue to fast.
Okay. Let me do a compromise. You know, I have a new disciple, Master Xian Lai, who is going to Vietnam very soon, tonight. Okay? And you'll be back like in a week. And after that, back here or back somewhere else? Back here. So you'll be here doing the Chan Chi, yes? Okay. And go first. So when you fast, it's probably the best time to fast is during the Chan Chi. Okay? So you can do 6 days during the Chan Chi. And the condition is that you need to check in your Master XL, okay, every single day, so that he'll give you protection. Is that good enough? There you go.
A Di Đà Phật. Dạ kính bạch sư phụ, con ở trong nhà đường xá xe cộ, con ít có ra ngoài, con không tiếp xúc với ai, mà con muốn vô Zoom hay là cái gì đó, hay là sự đồng ý của sư phụ á, để cho con 10 ngày được không sư phụ?
No. Master XL doesn't have 10 days. His limit is 6 days. You don't jump, okay? You don't jump that quickly. You take it easy. There's no hurry. It's not something you want to have this kind of quick leap. No, we build up gradually. Okay, that's good enough. There's no need to take big chances like that, where you jump from 6 days to 10 days, that's too much. Okay? Too many days. All right? Have
Dạ,
to be
A Di Đà
patient.
Phật, kính bạch sư phụ, con dạ dạ A Di Đà Phật, kính bạch sư phụ, con tu á, tới sáng là cái năng lượng con á là nó đắc khí á, nó rất là khỏe. Con phải lạy 108 lạy, hoặc là con phải ra tập thể dục là rất là nhiều động tác thì nó mới trở lại bình thường lại. Còn nếu không mà con tu từ tối tới sáng là nó đắc khí trong người con rất là khỏe luôn. Nên con nhịn á, con 5 ngày là con thấy con rất là khỏe, hầu như là gần bình thường luôn á sư phụ.
Okay.
Amitabha Master, so during my cultivation, I feel that I achieve a strong chi, and that my body is very healthy. I can bow 108 times, and in the morning, I even do some exercise so that I go back to normal. Usually, I cultivate from night to day, from the evening to the morning. But my body is very healthy, and I was able to fast for 5 days, and I felt very healthy to the point that I felt very normal.
Still, we have rules. We don't take chances like that. If something goes wrong, it's not worth it. Okay, because it's the nature of the Dharma is that you by yourself, and therefore you have to be very cautious. All right. No, I'm sorry, I can't agree with you. If you like, you can come to the temple, then you can do longer, but we're not gonna extend that far to help you in your home. Okay? We simply don't do that. Not this way.
A Di Đà Phật.
Okay.
Dạ, A Di Đà Phật, con đội ơn sư phụ. Con còn chuyện nữa, thí dụ như con đi tới nhà ai, hay là con ở lại, hay con đi du lịch, con đi đâu đó, tối con ngồi thiền, con trì lăng nghiêm ở trong đầu con á, cứ con ngồi 1 tiếng đồng hồ là con trì 10 biến lăng nghiêm, 5 đệ lăng nghiêm á, con chạy 10 biến mà mình không có nói ra lời, mình ngồi thiền thôi, nhưng mà con cho chạy trong đầu con, có được không sư phụ?
Amitabha Master, I also have another problem is that sometimes I travel from place to place. There's time that I go to my friend's house, and I recite Shurangama mantra in my head for like an hour, but like 5 recitations. I don't recite it out loud, but I recite it in my mind. Is that okay, Master?
No, it's not okay. The Shurangama mantra is a very dangerous mantra to recite. When you recite mantras, typically in our practice, you need to have the proper environment. For example, even within temples, many of the people, especially Vietnamese monks and Chinese monks and so forth, they taught the proper thing in that they need to set up the proper environment, okay, before they can practice, which is very wise, okay. In our temple, it happens naturally already, so that's why we never bothered training our students to set it up, okay, because it's set up already. But when you're not within this kind of proper boundaries for you within which you can practice the Shurangama mantra safely, you should be very careful, where you recite it, okay? So you can't simply go anywhere and keep reciting the Shurangama mantra. You can't. You don't want to do that. When you can go anywhere and recite the Great Compassion mantra, yes, but not the Shurangama mantra. In particular, You don't want to recite Saranga mantra in places that are absolutely big no-nos, such as cemeteries, funeral homes, hospitals, and so forth. They're not places meant for you to go there and recite the mantra. Okay, so that's why you only recite the mantra at specific places, and when the conditions are not suitable, then recite the other mantras. Okay, Great Compassion mantra is a good substitute. All right. All right. I think time is up. Okay, we'll see you next time.
Dạ, Di Đà Phật, cảm ơn sư phụ.
Yeah.
Can we do one quick? Quickly do one?
Oh,
It's
no.
going to be a long time before the next time we can do this.
No. It's I don't like to be rushed. Okay. It's late for many people in Asia, and I know it's still the weekend, but still, let's not overdo it. All right. Did Jumi have a quick question or?
마스터, 한국은 6월 8일 토요일이에요. 제가 하기 싫은 거 그레이트 컴패션 만트라랑 절하라고는 하셨지만, 한국이 6월 8일이라서 마스터 생신을 축하드립니다. 언제나 하기 싫은 걸 시키시지만 감사합니다.
So Master, in Korea is June 8th, Saturday. So Master, you always make me do what I hate, like such as great compassion mantra and bowing. But since it's your birthday here, happy birthday, Master.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.